Hi, 원래 히로미야이빈. I'm Hiromi, they, them. I am gonna be the story guide for this bit of adventure. One of those adventures is title case with an exclamation point, as is appropriate. With me today are fantastic people whom I don't get to play with nearly enough. Uh, since it's how the layout of the thing works, we'll start off with D. Please tell folks who you are, what you do, and who you're playing today.
Hi, I'm Dee. I am the developer of Adventure, also an in-house developer for Onyx Path. I do a bunch of stuff with StoryPath and um, other things as necessary. I am playing Lynette Swinson tonight, a mesmerist who is a kind of a, a smarty pants. I guess that's the best way to put it. um, she is extremely intelligent and a psychologist.
Yes.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. No. Sorry. Uh, so to sort of for folks who aren't super familiar with adventure, which would make sense. It's a new game. Uh,
Sure.
Adventure is set in the 1930s, 1936. I want to say. Is that right?
Yes.
Cool. Um, so
1934.
oh, gotcha. Okay. So in 1934, um, and uh, a fun tidbit with Lynette is that up until she received her inspiration, she was on track to become the first Black woman to get a PhD in psychology, uh, and probably not going to be the first to do it now, but that's okay because she has a mind palace.
Yes.
And Scott, you are up next. Tell us who you are, what you do, and whom you're playing.
Sure thing. My name is Scott Cuban. My pronouns are he, him. I run Simulacra TV, which is the actual play Twitch and YouTube channel that we're on right now. We do a lot of Trinity Continuum, but not exclusively. In fact, if you like adventure and want more, every alternate Monday, start with next this coming Monday included. I will be airing my adventure series called The Undesirables. So check that out, 7 p.m. alternate Mondays on right here. Um, I'm going to be playing Arjun Kelly, just the best himbo around, it seems. Uh, a, a, a man who's familiar with the sea and making sure that good folks don't get harmed by bad folks. That seems to be his deal.
Yeah, Arjun. Uh, um, so most of the characters that actually, all three of these characters come from the Jumpstart for Adventure uh, Stampede of Justice, which is super fun. I co-wrote it along with Violet Green, and I spent a lot of time developing it. uh, it it's detailed.
Oh,
What?
we lost your video there. Hold on, let me fix that.
That's not the right camera.
Uh
What?
oh. It's fixed now.
Okay, that
1930s technology.
weird. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Um, so yeah, so if in case you're wondering why I hop in every now and then and tell people about their own characters, it's because I've lived with these characters for like a year and change. Uh, uh, Emoji, who are you? Who are you playing? And sorry, that's out of order. Who are you? What do you do? And whom are you playing?
I'm Monty Lin. I am a freelance tabletop RPG writer and editor, which means I collect a million different job titles. I'm staff editor for Angry Hamster Press. I'm also managing editor for Uncanny Magazine, a science fiction, fantasy, horror magazine. In fact, I just sent out the PDF proof today for the July and August issue. So I am playing David Ib, a psychic vigilante who has evidently grown up kind of in the liminal space between Chinatown and the Lower East Side. When I mean liminal, I believe culturally and physically, it seems like. I get the impression from David that he is really excited to be punching fascists. So I hope I get a chance to do that. I am new to the adventure game system, so I'm also a newbie. I'll be asking a lot of the dumb questions for our audience, so we know how the game plays.
There are no dumb questions.
Yeah, like it. Having not everyone know exactly the rules is just like super helpful for streams. And um, I'm not at the top of my game right now. Like uh, I I work very hard. I make a lot of games. I write a lot of stuff. And as it turns out, you can't do that like 60 plus hours a week for several years without your body hating you. So a big part of today is going to involve the heist rules, which I co-wrote. And if I screw things up,
I won't say anything.
I won't know. So
I mean, you're the story guide. What you say goes, including
Yep.
the rules that you may have written yourself.
So yeah, like it's a whole lot of fun things that we can be doing, and it will be learning and exciting the whole way through for everyone, ideally. So sort of with that in mind, um, the basic concept of this adventure, speaking to the audience because my players already know this, but the idea is that we have this wonderful cast of characters who are going to rob the British Museum. Rob is in strong scare quotes because they're taking artifacts that the British government took from other folks. So it's not stealing from the British Museum so much as it is making sure that the artifacts and pieces go where they're supposed to be. Dee, you look like you have a question.
No. I think reappropriating.
Yes.
Yeah, reverse
We're not stealing.
Reverse stealing.
Reverse stealing, repatriating.
Yeah.
So I was originally thinking of having short sort of like um vignettes for each of you, and throwing you into situations to explain how you got here. And instead, I'm going to make you throw yourselves into those vignettes and explain, how did you end up here? Like you all know each other because you beat up Nazis or proto-Nazis in Houston a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start off with Dee. Why is Lynette here in London?
So we were in Houston just a couple of weeks ago. So literally hopped on a boat or in an air circus plane immediately afterwards to come here. So I'm gonna say that let's see. who do I Aeon Society? I'm gonna say that Lynette has some friends in the archivists, uh, which for the people not here is a group of individuals who kind of do this for a living. They're an organization in adventure, but I think they're a lesser organization in adventure who kind of steal from museums for a living, or preserve artifacts in war zones and stuff like that to make sure they don't get destroyed. And she got essentially told that there was an artifact, something that was being shipped to the British Museum. And now was a great chance to try to pick it up, but they couldn't go. And so could Lynette please go and collect this item? And being who she is, she said, yes, sure, and nabbed the team that is here. But I'm not sure that they're 100% going just because Lynette asked sweetly.
Nice. Scott, what's Arjun think of this slash is there another reason he's headed over here or here now, I guess?
I think if Lynette had, like Lynette just asking would be enough for Arjun. But he also, coincidentally, as coincidences are a big thing in adventure, he also received a telegram from his father informing him of the same situation, uh, but from a different angle. He's like an academic, scholarly type, and his organization has some interest, or his academy or university has some interest in this, and as well as there's some political overlap. So he got double teamed in his influences, and it's not hard to confuse him. But when he gets the paterfamilias and his friend with whom he has punched proto Nazis pointing him in one direction, he's not one to question it.
Awesome. And yeah, Arjun's dad is one of the Bengali intellectuals, and the 1930s is I'll say exciting place for that.
Mm-hmm.
Monty, what has brought David here in addition to Lynette asking?
Well, I think David and Lynette have known each other for at least a year, so I think
Yes.
I think David would literally go simply because Lynette asked. But if we wanted a stronger tie, I know that the various Chinatowns, six companies and tongues have like still a connection to China, the correspondence and family and stuff like that. And we know the British, during the Opium Wars, probably took plenty of stuff or moved it away from the mainland. So I'm pretty sure David's probably keen and seeing if there's anything he can steal back. I'm fine calling it stealing, honestly. I'm just gonna don't need to make it colorful. I mean, that's what we're doing, but we're doing it the right way.
Awesome. Cool. So I have you in Roll20 hanging outside the museum during the day. What happens next wildly depends on you, which is kind of my GM style. So if you wanted to sort of rush in with very little prep and pull off a daring daylight heist, you could do that. You could also case the joint right now. You you could basically just sort of gather information, uh, leave, plan a little bit, come back at night to start the heist proper. You, I guess those are kind of your options. you you can bust in half cocked right now, or you could gain information and break in this evening.
I think we should maybe case the place a little bit. I'm not opposed to doing a like rush in and heist in the middle of the day. Like that sounds like a lot of fun. But I figure if my character's smart, she would be the kind of person who would case the joint first.
Yeah, Arjun probably would have like went for the door unless someone stopped him. Like not necessarily to initiate, fisticuffs, but we're here, we're supposed to do the thing. But he will take a hand on his shoulder to advise him of caution, and then follow the smart person's lead.
As you were saying that, I had like a mind's eye version of Arjun with like a big duffel bag, and then just like, oh yeah,
Coming together.
like
Yeah.
puts the duffel bag away. Okay. Monty, that sound like a thing to you? I don't want to leave folks out.
No, it's fine. It's like I'm sure David's actually kind of like limbering up, thinking that we're actually just going to sneak in there right now. But then Lynette giving him a look and like, oh, okay, like that makes sense.
Yeah, we're gonna go in, and we will go in. We're just not going to, unless there's a great opportunity that presents itself. I don't think we should just start stealing from them in the middle of the day.
It makes sense. We're not here to like make newspaper headlines.
No.
Right.
Yeah. And I will say that we, so out of character, not that we're speaking super in character right now, but or I guess not that, never mind, doesn't matter. We were originally going to have two other folks, which is why if you look on the map, there's also a mixed Black and Indigenous woman with a pilot cap. That's Bessie Coleman, real life aviatrix, who in real life died in an aircraft accident at this point, like I think 6-7 years back. But in adventure, she's a talent. She's a daredevil. She has amazing luck, and she gets to live and do really cool stuff. We also have Jonathan Sasson, who is one of David's two partners in crime fighting back in New York. You have them as allies, helpful folks in this for the scenario. You don't have to make use of them because we don't have dedicated players for them. But they're here if you would like to make use of them. I bring that up specifically because you mentioned making headlines, and many things that Bessie does will make headlines because she is a world famous stunt pilot. And so it's like she has the fame gift like maxed. She is well known, which is helpful and also not.
Sure.
Like if she's implicated in the theft, it's going to be hard to hide. However, up until she's implicated, she can cover for you a lot socially because it's like, no, it's fine. Like, look, Oh.
I mean, as far as casing the joint, and Arjun probably wouldn't think of it, but Scott would. Um, like having her like make a surprise visit to the museum and stir up a bunch of sycophants and people scrambling to make a good impression would probably get people off their guard enough for the rest of the party to go in and gather information fairly easily.
Sweet. Yeah, that sounds like a real good move.
Create a
And
distraction for us.
yes, and since that is going to assist everyone else, I'm going to go ahead and uh, roll slash sort that out first because it is going to give you enhancements uh, for Monty and for any viewers who aren't super familiar with enhancements. Enhancements are an extra hit or success on a die if you roll at least one. So you have to roll at least one on your own. After that, enhancements just go to your pile of successes. I'm mixing up hits and successes because we're changing that wording because a success on a die and a successful roll are two different things. And anyway, where is that?
This cat. Should I look at my elder lady while Romy is thinking?
Okay. She gets her fame gives her a 3 enhancement to this roll, which is going to be persuasion plus presence. It's like I built her to do this. Wow. Okay. So that's a lot of d10s. That is in fact more d10s than I can tell it to roll one-handed.
Hmm.
So bear with me while I type. I'm having system bleed. D, or I guess
Reroll.
Scott, do tens explode or are they double?
Reroll.
Reroll. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Okay, so I've got seven successes.
3.
Yeah.
3. 8 plus.
Gotcha. Sorry. Again, system bleed.
It's fine.
See? Yeah, clearly I've been spending too much time with Scion God and
Yes.
thinking about 7 and up, and then 6 and up for specific cases. So 3 successes on the dice, plus an additional 3 from her enhancement, which will give you 6 enhancements to spread around as you case the joint. So we're going to just sort of make that a why is my pen being a jerk? So you have a pool of 6 successes that you can spend, or rather, sorry, 6 enhancements that you can spend as you go around casing the joint. Who would like to case the joint first, and how are you going to do it?
Hmm. So So the thing that I'm gonna have Lynette do, because she's not good at like larceny style stuff or like sneaking, but she is really good at the like history side of things and the like knowing about stuff. And we're in the British Museum, so she's going to kind of look around for the entrances and exits to the back areas of the museum. So, clearly we see the display area, but there will be doors in each of the exhibit areas that lead to like where stuff is stored, where stuff comes in, where the docents hang out, things like that. So she's going to be looking for those things.
Okay. I'm
not sure
trying to-
what skill I would roll for that.
I feel like empathy, enigmas, or humanities would work. Each one is gonna kind of have its like a different attribute that is associated with it, because I think you like kind of have to use them a little bit differently.
Sure, let's go with humanities because that's the better
Hmm.
of my skills in that situation.
Right. Um uh in that case, I'm gonna say resolve, just because you're having to filter out distractions, and like this isn't like pure reasoning, but
All right. Oh, okay. I've got 3 successes. I feel like that's pretty good. I don't really want to apply any of the enhancement to this.
okay. um Fucking weird that writing with a fountain pen is faster and easier than typing for me.
Hmm.
uh just one of those things, I guess.
Just one of those things. Yeah.
Okay. Scott or Monty, what is Arjun or David doing to case this joint and figure out what's going on?
Does Arjun have an idea?
Um, yeah, Arjun has something he can do, but it'd be better to go last with it.
Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking David's going to do. I'm going at this at a completely different angle. There has to be like blue collar staff, right? Janitors, and
100%.
so like he's in the museum just pretending to be a tourist, right? But if there's like a janitor that's like working, and maybe I'll pick up some trash, and kind of just strike up a conversation of like, how would I go about it? Something like, oh, it's got to be a tough job. Like this is like, pretty stuffy place. It's got to be dusty. I know my dad's done a lot of like hands-on work, and basically just kind of chat up this person and see like what I can glean off of the kind of like blue collar ground level like information about this the museum. Who works here, maybe a boss that they don't like that we could somehow exploit later, that kind of thing.
Awesome. Yeah.
Got a fast talk edge, I think it's called, so, or skill trick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And since you're not under like a time crunch, I'm going to say that you can absolutely talk for 5 minutes to get the -2 difficulty, which I don't know is super helpful at the moment, but like it's never bad.
Right.
So this sounds mostly like persuasion plus manipulation. However, because you're doing so much to try to like appeal to the janitor's personality and sort of class solidarity. I could also see empathy working here, which is good because David doesn't have any dots in persuasion.
Right. I'm better at understanding people than convincing them to do anything. So it would be empathy and manipulation, is that right?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see here.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Of course.
Wow.
Wow.
Good thing there's that 10 there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also that this system doesn't subtract
We don't care about
successes.
ones. Yeah.
Okay, but
I tell everybody I am notoriously bad with dice. I am really good at rolling bad. So anyway, there's the 10 that didn't do anything. So that's fine.
yeah, but I mean you had minus 2 to the difficulty, which was at 2. And you uh you got your success. So like
Yeah.
you're
And if you want to make it better, you can take from that pool of enhancement.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you take is any number or just one per roll?
Um
I'm not going to take all of them. I mean, I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy here. I just wanted to know. That's all.
So this particular pool is kind of ad hoc. It's not like official. Um, it just sort of seemed like a very easy way for Bessie to help without someone actually controlling her. So I'll say up to 3. Mainly because if you need to borrow 3 enhancements in order to make a roll, something has gone wrong. And so yeah, if 0, 1, 2, or 3 enhancements are available for you to add to that, up to you and your fellow players, of course.
Right. Does anyone mind if I take 2 in this case?
That sounds great. 2 for each of
But-
us.
So I don't feel like I've, the ones I rolled. You feel a little better.
Okay. And sounded like Arjun had something
Look,
final to contribute.
yeah, so Arjun is not built for this sort of work. So he's been like kind of wandering around the museum, getting distracted by just interesting displays. But I would like to spend some inspiration for a dramatic edit.
Oh,
That he is in the right place at the right time to see a couple of staff members wheeling the thing that they're here to get, uh, taking it to the place where it is going to be stored tonight.
sweet.
He just like gets really excited for a moment and then like nope, stone face, and just tries to stay in line of sight of it until such time as it goes behind a door he can't get past.
Okay. Damn it. Cooperate with me, Windows. Yeah. Yeah, there's not anything like super weird about that. So spending an inspiration seems like an appropriate cost for that. Yeah.
Yeah, it will
That,
cost me 2 because I'm a stalwart and we're
oh.
not great at that sort of thing.
Cool.
But yeah, as soon as you lose sight of it, he will, like an excited puppy, go to find David or Lynette to let them know.
So I'm actually going to say that that is in addition to you doing a thing, because what mechanically what we're doing right now is generating plan points, which you get to use later on. So that you know where the thing is going to be stored, and in addition to that, you can do a thing.
Okay. I think he will, in his excitement, he will kind of like stumble into some piece of infrastructure in such a way that his massive bulk like dislodges a door or something that will make getting in here easier later. So like maybe an athletics roll.
I love that.
Yeah, that sounds like athletics plus might. I am gonna say that there is a probably a 2 complication on that,
Mm-hmm.
because this could go wrong. It should be relatively easy for Arjun to succeed on this,
Mm-hmm.
but
It,
there's a
it could
difference
cause
between
some
getting it done
problems.
and drawing attention to yourself.
Indeed. All right. So athletics plus might. I'm not a big fan of the dice roller, so I'm just gonna roll real dice. So that's 8 dice. And I believe I have a gift that helps with this sort of thing.
Uh, Probably. Yeah.
Or edge, yeah. We'll see. Well, yeah, I can do this after I roll, so we'll see how this works out.
The
It's,
relevant edge there, or the relevant edges there, will be for social actions.
well, it says I have I can once per chapter. This is dig deep. Once per chapter, you may ignore all complications or difficulty modifiers on a single non-attack physical action.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I can declare this edge after rolling, but before the results are narrated. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 of those were tens. 6 successes.
All right.
So he's like literally just like running like he's like really excited, wants to find Lynette or David, runs into like turns heel, runs runs down the hallway, like slips on a rug or something, and just slides into a door that will be helpful to be ajar later.
Uh, yeah, I thought you might have been pulling your dashing presence, but yeah, no,
Oh
dig
no,
deep will absolutely do that.
I don't think I need to since I got 6 successes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter which way, it just matters. It just
well, I think I'll hold on to
explains.
I'll hold on to that edge for a little while later.
Uh,
Damn, that was a good roll.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, so that means that all of you together picked up 8 plan points, which should be fairly helpful in the future.
Yay.
All right.
So mechanically, heists are kind of complex actions. There are things where like each of you does something to overcome a particular obstacle, and the number of obstacles or milestones that you have to overcome is determined by 2 things basically. One is just like how secure this place is in general, which it's a public museum, so like there are guards and they have good locks, but it's not like um, the most secure place in the world. And the other one is the current heat rating, which is how alarmed the guards are or how alarmed the alarms are. Which again, right now, not super not super trying. So um, you'll have um, 6 milestones to deal with at the moment. If the heat goes up, so do the milestones, because getting in, getting the thing, and getting out becomes harder. Um, and does anyone want to do anything else in or around the museum before coming back?
Um, hmm. I don't think so.
Okay. Uh, sounds
And-
like
That's my answer. I don't think so.
I feel like
I mean,
we're an
there's
improvising group as opposed to a planning
Yeah.
group. So
I want to spend those plan points to talk about how I made a plan. I don't want to have to do it right now.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean that's uh super valid. Okay. In that case, um, you
But I will say that at some point in the intervening time, Arjun saves a dog from getting hit by a car. Just because,
absolutely,
it's a thing that happens.
Okay.
yeah, and that
We're all very
uh,
happy about it.
yeah. All right. Uh, so, aw, apparently I need to move people again.
Okay, good.
Oh, now it's nighttime.
Oh boy.
Yeah, this is why I made Scott do a bunch of tech stuff right before he started,
Yeah.
because I had cool stuff. By the way, these maps are by Tom Carto. I'll copy and paste the link to his Patreon into the chat, because uh, he's cool.
Yeah, no, these are great.
um, yeah, Tom Cardos makes fantastic maps, and um, for personal use, you can just kind of go through his backlog of free content, or you can give him a couple bucks a month and uh, use higher quality maps for streams, or even like posters. Like these maps are really high res.
Oh yeah, they're great.
uh, and I could even like bring up a version of this map that's just the physical, like the actual building, and
Mhm.
then move all of the other stuff out. And uh I'm I'm not going to, because it's just a pain.
Sure.
And I don't have the uh hands for it.
That's fair.
But those are things that are available. And let me I need to actually follow in order to chat. Send. Oh, I bet I can't post links. Oh, I can't post anything because I haven't been a follower long enough.
Oh,
So I guess I'll throw this link
put-
to Scott.
yeah, put it in the Zoom chat and I'll put it up there. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, sorry for the brief derailment. It just occurred to me, oh hey, I have a moral and legal obligation to plug right now.
Plug away.
What?
Okay.
Why am I not logged into my own Twitch?
I say it's 1930s technology. That's what's
Yeah,
going
I
on.
know.
Yes.
We're being absconded. Hold on. There are multiple ways I can go about doing this.
Okay, so you're not necessarily like right outside the front door. Like you can be more discreet than that. But that's just where I have you for sort of convenience, I guess. So until or unless weird stuff happens, we have 6 milestones. First one is get inside. How would you like to accomplish that? And also, let's also do that's too many preview windows. Let's also do larceny plus cunning just to get a quick look around, because there's no perception skill in StoryPath, because perception is always contextual in real life. Like I can look at, I don't know, a machine gun and tell you what's screwed up about it fairly quickly, because I was a machine gunner in the army for quite some time. And someone who doesn't have that experience might not be able to tell you anything wrong about it, even if they had more time. And breaking into places, it's larceny. uh, so uh,
I have 1 die in that pool, so no, I'm not going to be the one doing that.
I have 2 dice in that pool and I just did a thing. Oh, I have a success.
neat.
Neat. I like this little roller.
Yeah, I hadn't used it before. Like I obviously threw numbers into it to set it up for y'all, but like I hadn't actually tested it to make sure that it was any good. So I'm glad that it is.
Yeah.
So thank you to whoever made that
Program these.
roller.
Yeah.
And I guess for sort of completion's sake, I'll actually I guess I'll ask, are Bessie and or Jonathan going inside with you?
I think Bessie, being our pilot, should be our getaway driver.
Mhm.
And should be waiting outside in our getaway vehicle.
Okay.
For Jonathan, I don't know. That's shrug emoji.
Like a lookout, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a lookout.
Okay. Well, if he is acting as a lookout, then it would make sense if he also got in on this. And the reason why I'm sort of talking and vamping is because Roll20 is taking it. Roll20 just crashed for me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep talking and vamping and eating up time and crash. Okay,
Good.
well. Come on, Roll20. I want to use the cool roller. Okay, well. It is taking too long, so I'm just going to do it the less exciting way. Uh,
Uh-oh.
okay. Yeah, Johanneton is being a real good lookout. And as is my infuriating slash exciting GM style, I will pose a question to y'all. High or low?
I say hi.
I was going to say low because we're thieving here. So
D, you're the tiebreaker.
Low.
All right. Low it is. I rolled high. Okay. So, Johanneton notices what the okay, that drawing tool does not work like I thought it was going to work, but that's okay. Um, okay, that should be on a layer that you can see. I don't see it on the stream though, so
No, that might take a little.
What is it?
there's broken glass
Oh, I see it.
in this spot.
Yes.
So oh cool, we're getting rated.
Oh, yay!
Yay!
Oh, that I guess means that the
Exalted panel.
Exalted
is
panel.
over.
Hi, Exalted
Welcome.
fans. We're breaking into the British Museum to steal artifacts and repatriate them back to the rightful place. And heist is underway. So there's broken glass there, and the rest of the window is open. So
Did
Uh-oh.
somebody get here before us?
seems like it.
We might have been scooped.
Hmm.
That's the word, right? Scooped?
Yeah.
can we tell how many people, like footprints type of thing?
Um, I'm trying to figure out which what would be the appropriate stat to figure out
I'd do enigmas.
tracks. Probably survival because that's
Alright.
tracking. But if you have a pitch for a different skill, I will certainly listen.
For me, it would be a long throw for close combat. Noticing footsteps and how people's movements.
Uh,
But I'm okay if that's a little too much of a stretch. That's okay. So.
I think that's too much of a stretch with the information that you have now. If there had been like a fight and like debris scattered around, then I would probably allow it.
Okay.
But just a broken window, I don't think is enough.
Okay, so is that survival with what attribute?
Probably just straight intellect. Like that very much seems like it is raw reasoning power.
That's not right.
I just have 2 dice in that. I'm fine rolling. But if somebody else feels smart,
I have 3
I
and
think
I rolled nothing.
I think your compare sign is
It was
wrong way
wrong.
around.
It was wrong. It's fixed now, but I'm going to keep the roll.
Okay.
To be honest.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do. Are we all doing that?
You certainly can. Like there's nothing kind of holding you back on this.
I don't know how that happened.
What?
oh my gosh.
Holy
Nice.
9, 9, 10, 9, 9, 10.
This is absolutely
dice.
karmic balance. My bad luck, somebody else's good luck. So I think
I just never roll like that.
yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, I'm going to take credit for my bad luck helping your good luck.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Sure.
wow.
I mean,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
literally on stream. Okay, but I have to say, literally on stream last year, I was playing Exalted Essence and I rolled 15 dice and got 0 successes. And so I feel like rolling 5 dice and getting 6 successes is like a redemption arc.
I think I
All
was
right.
there for that. I think I was playing the game with you.
Oh, you might have been. It was ridiculous.
Sounds it.
Yeah, but
I don't.
6
Yeah,
successes. Yes.
I'm very smart.
Yeah, okay. With that number, that whoever broke in, there's looks like sorry, I need to check notes. Or not. I can just figure it out later. There are 4 people in this group. Pen Y. So there are 4 people, and it looks like there was a an electric wire that would have triggered an alarm, but they managed to bypass that, which, considering that this is 1934, implies a high degree of skill at breaking and entering, which is weird because there's a busted window. So I'm just going to say that you can correctly infer that there are 4 people. One is good at breaking and entering, and another one probably isn't, and is maybe a little bit
Overzealous. Okay.
Overzealous is a very good word.
Yeah. I'm a writer. Yeah, so I will relay that information, and I will also say that Lynette has the gift Telluric Resonance. So I I don't think anybody's really within medium range of me, but if I come into medium range of somebody who has is inspired or an inspired super science object, or somebody using a gift, and essentially anything with a powerful telluric energy, if I come into medium range of it, I will sense it or notice that's presence. I'm guessing there's nothing within medium range at the moment, but just wanted to let you know that in case, as we are following these people in, I'm assuming we're just going to go in through the window at this point.
Yeah, I'll head in.
Yeah, probably. I need to bring out the ruler to figure out what scale we're dealing with, because okay, so
Looks like each square is 5 feet.
I need to zoom out a sec. Because medium range is up to 100 meters. Yeah, you.
Well, then, I mean, you could say I'm not in the same field with them, at which point that range wouldn't matter. So, like, when I get in the building, then it may make a difference.
Sure. I'll just say that there is like a little bit of telluric residue. So, like, you know that at least one of these people is inspired.
Okay.
But yeah, pointing out that not exactly the same field totally works. Okay, so you are now inside the museum in this kind of director's office slash meeting room type place.
Arjun will go in first in case there's like someone waiting to shoot us or any kind of badness in wait.
Yeah, not yet.
All right.
That is a milestone down. Okay. And Arjun already knows where the artifact is, which is actually on another floor. It's taking me a sec to figure out which stairs go in which direction. Okay, those look like they're going up, which means this one's going down. Okay, so you know that. Sorry, I have the wrong Roll20 tool
Uh-oh.
on. Those stairs are the ones you want. Not sure if you can see my ping or not.
Yeah, I see it.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. I had to scroll up to it.
Yeah, it's a big map. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's great. I just yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Arjun will follow me and start heading in that direction.
Following Arjun.
All right. I'm assuming that you're trying to be some degree of sneaky, yeah?
Unless someone tells me to do so, Arjun will not think of it.
Arjun starts clumping down opens a door like really fast and starts clumping down a hallway, and Lynette's like, hey, keep it down.
Okay, yeah.
We aren't the only ones in here, and they may not be going where we're going. I kind of don't care about them. So let's not try to meet up with them, if at all possible.
There's like a little movie reel of Arjun like engaging in like an epic fisticuffs battle. Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
Amazing. Okay. Let's go with
More
so
larceny.
I guess it's gonna depend on how you want to accomplish this, because larceny is the sort of like standard way of this is how you're going to sneak around. I would buy athletics with a small increase to difficulty, just because like if you're talented at moving, you can move softly. It's just that takes a little bit more sort of mental effort. Um, so I'll sort of offer athletics and cunning, which is a kind of slightly odd combo, or larceny and dexterity. Actually, larceny, I'll let you do cunning or dexterity. Both are pretty appropriate.
This character only have. I know how, but
have plenty of athletics and no larceny, so I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I
this is happening. Sorry.
Neat. I got 5 successes.
That's the laugh of I have earned us some momentum, friends.
Oh,
no. It's true.
I
got 2.
I got 4.
I got a botch.
That's just beautiful symmetry. Hey,
just
keep it down, clunk.
Keep down, Arjun. What are you doing? Like just yelling.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's we'll say that's exactly what happens. Just like Arjun, shh.
Yeah.
An incredible amount of echo in this museum.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, all hard surfaces. Yeah, no, it echoes around a bit.
Amazing.
That's great.
So now you've got momentum. But you also get over to the stairs without any visible problems. Yeah, no, I'll leave it at that. You doing anything as you go into the basement?
Other than trying not to yell at Arjun again.
Who is moving like a cat?
Turns out Arjun knows how to move stealthily.
Yeah.
It just never occurs to him.
Yeah, he doesn't think about it. He just has to be poked.
Okay. Gonna
That's gonna cause some issues with the stream.
I wish I knew how to transition y'all without having to bring the tokens back. To just sort of like have the tokens transition with
there
y'all.
it goes. The image wasn't loading, so you were just like populating tokens on like a white background for me. I was just like, well, all right.
Yeah, I mean that So you are almost halfway into this heist, and you are in basement. And let me that looks terrible. I would love it if it would just keep the selections I made. So that this brown door, which I hope you can see it. Okay. So that brown door is the one that Arjun accidentally bumped.
Hmm.
And so you know that the artifact is, or at least is supposed to be in this case.
Okay.
I will say
Okay.
it is there, but you don't know that. You're not in the room.
Yeah, exactly. I saw it going in there.
Yeah. So it's a matter of getting inside that room, which is easier than it should be because one of those doors doesn't latch anymore.
Gosh, I wonder how that happened.
Look, those rugs are really slippery.
So I mean, there's another door that you can pick if you really want to. Otherwise, you can just go inside.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna go inside.
Cool. And now that you're in this area, Lynette's telluric resonance kicks in. Yeah,
Okay.
there's the talent. There's a talent here.
Okay. I'm assuming it is in this vicinity room kind of thing.
Yeah, you get a sense. Actually, I need to look up exactly how precise that is.
It's not. It's just I sense that there is something telluric. I don't necessarily know that it's a person or an item.
Okay, in that case, um, yes, the answer is yes. It goes off, and maybe this room ish, and maybe here-ish. Since it's not super precise, it's hard to know exactly.
Sure.
It's not in the hallway, and it's not in the room that you are entering.
Okay. Is the item we're looking for in here?
It is not. However, um, there is a collection of wow, I don't want to say it, but
Okay.
it's just offensive to me and also to Monty. But like there's a placard that's like treasures of the Orient. I'm like, fuck you guys. But it is exactly what it says. And um uh this table, it uh the case, I'll just tell you for free, has definitely been opened and then relocked. And there's clearly a display space that like a gap in the display. And then the rest of the stuff, are things mostly from the Ming Dynasty, because the Ming Dynasty just produced a lot of stuff. Also some from the Qing Dynasty, because that just happened. Or rather, that just ended 22 years ago, 23 years ago. But there's a bunch of Chinese artifacts that if Monty wanted to liberate, or sorry, if David wanted to liberate, I mean, probably both.
I hope they're small enough to put into Arjun's duffel bag, the giant duffel bag he happened to be carrying around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna strap.
Yeah,
to that
they'll
back.
totally fit.
Yeah, Arjun will just look at that, look at David, take the duffel bag off his back, throw it to him.
You are going to have to get the case back open, though, because
Right.
whoever was in here did relock it. What just dinged? Whatever. That is well, I was going to say that's going to be larceny, but it depends on how you want to open it.
Arjun will lift,
What's the case made of? Like glass wood?
Yeah, glass topped wood. Like it's glass panels with a wooden frame. Breaking it's not hard. It's just a choice.
Arjun will lift his big meaty fist and with a questioning / excited look on his face.
I mean, I'm concerned about you hurting your hand, but if you're not worried about it, I don't want to
Smash.
harsh. All right.
Just smash.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I'll try and get the edge of it so I don't threaten any of the artifacts. But yeah, just clip it on the side and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
On that note, can we take a short break?
Yes, absolutely.
Because
Alright.
I think my dog needs to go outside.
Yeah, that dogs have needs.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you can see him. His ear is flipped upside down, and it's been bothering me for the past hour.
Yeah, like a 10-minute break. Back at 6 after.
Yeah,
good.
that works.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well then, we'll see you in about 10 minutes. And then we won't see any consequences for punching out glass.
Why would there be consequences? See you soon.
I thought we're back with heisting the British Museum, which it's a terrible name for a museum. It's the actual name. I just
Heisting the British Museum. I wouldn't name my museum that either.
Yeah.
It's kind of inviting trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Arjun smashed this case out, and you collected a bunch of Ming and Qing artifacts. Um, Nothing super interesting, but definitely doesn't belong here because some of the things are like personal journals who definitely did not say, hey, it's okay if you take my stuff and transport it thousands of miles from my home. Uh, so like it's the the scales of, I don't want to say justice, but sure, why screw it. I'm having problems with thinking of words. Justice, we'll call it scales of justice, are being um, closer to balance. It's going to take a lot of theft, a lot of larceny to actually get them balanced, but every little bit helps, and y'all are doing your part. Um, I will say that um, I'm gonna have all of you roll larceny plus cunning, because that's almost always a relevant role in a heist.
I'm so bad at it.
Also bad. 1 die roll.
uh
Apparently, this dice roller likes me. This dice roller does not like Monty.
No. I mean, I got a 10. That's about it.
yeah. I will say that the plan points that you earned earlier, they can be spent like momentum and inspiration. I'm not saying that you have to do it now. I'm just saying that you can manipulate events as I set them out, and then as you learn about more fuckery that I'm doing, you can further manipulate that. Um, so
If everyone else doesn't mind, I'll take 2 of those to try and at least get a success on that roll.
okay.
It's hard to make out here. It looks like I got at least a success, so hooray.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say each of you are kind of keeping an ear out a little bit differently. And right after the glass gets smashed out, you definitely hear something coming, a sound coming from this area and this area. So I, I guess the only other doors available to you down here, you hear sounds coming from. Sounds like probably people.
We'll say, so we got the thing, right? Oh, okay. Well, guess we should go
It
make some
wasn't
friends.
here.
Well, I saw it get in here, so well, let's see if these other people know where it is.
Okay.
I will head out the door.
Okay. Um, which direction or directions are you going? There's three of them. You can split the party. What could go wrong?
I'll just sort of like get in the middle of the hallway, look at the doors, look to Lynette and David.
Which direction? Can I tell which direction I feel telluric energy coming from, or is it too nebulous?
So it feels more east of you, assuming that north is up.
Okay.
Like there's a little bit of a mix there, but it certainly feels much more east than it does north, or I guess right instead of up, because I don't actually know how this map is laid out, because I'm pretty sure that the stairwell that you went down turned you 90 degrees, but I'm not sure which direction it turned you. Like I can see that stairwell, but there was anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, you have two promising leads.
Maybe we go interact with the thing that I'm feeling telluric energy coming from. First.
That tracks.
That's a plan. That's a direction.
Yep.
I'll head up to this door and try it.
You just opening it?
Yeah, let's try and open it.
I am definitely not the stealthy one, so
But once again, he has forgotten to be stealthy.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay.
they heard us already, so if we just bust up in on them, I guess, whatever.
I mean, they might think that's the other set that's making noise. They might not know it's us, right? Of course, I'm saying
That's-
this really quietly.
Yeah.
Chunk.
Yeah. Are you just sort of trying to lock okay. Are you trying to like just open it like it's unlocked?
I am checking to see if it is locked by trying to open it.
Oops.
And if it opens, then okay.
Sorry, I'm not trying to ping. I'm trying to move.
Okay.
GM layer weirdness. Yeah, it's not locked. And it's not locked, and that means that this person here with a gun just sort of looks at you like
Hey, buddy.
because thought maybe he had more time. He thought he was going to you.
Huh, well. Hey,
We
buddy.
have found you.
How's it going? What you got there? Like we're looking for a what does it look like? What are we looking for? I don't know. I just told a widgets. Like look over to Lynette.
Uh,
Yeah,
I will
what-
describe like a wooden carved, like a ancient carved like deity, carved in wood.
yeah, you seem like a little guy made out of wood. About this big.
uh, give me persuasion plus presence, unless you have something better, because like this, the sheer audacity of this might actually work.
Nice. Let me just see if I have if any of my good stuff will help me with that. Extra successes for okay. No, I haven't done anything impressive physically. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and do a straight roll for that. Which is presence plus persuasion. Yeah, that's 4 dice.
I think striking might actually work because like he's not expecting like this 6'6" like giant of an Irish
All right.
Indian man to just like show up and go, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hey, what's up, buddy? All right, let's see here.
uh uh
0 successes. I
uh
would like to spend some momentum to try and
okay.
fix that. I'll grab. How much momentum do we have? I think we have like we should have a good amount.
Uh eh. I think you're at 3. I haven't been as diligent at tracking as I ought to have been, but
Well, we start with the number of players,
right, gotcha. So
and so and I think we had a botch earlier, so we should be at least 5.
yeah, 5.
Okay. All right, I'll take 2 of it if people don't mind.
Oh, sorry. 6 by my count.
Okay.
So
Yeah. And we also can spend plan points. So we have a great number of
yeah,
That's much
things
better.
to fiddle with.
So with
yeah. You currently have 6 plan points and 4 momentum.
okay.
Is what I have.
Okay, so I
Okay.
rolled 2 successes with the momentum. With the striking enhancement I get from striking, that's a total of 4 successes.
All right. Let's find out if he can keep his shit. Damn it. Had that bookmarked. Uh I don't even think this is statistically possible. I'll roll it anyways. Rolling's fun. Why not? Yeah, he's just absolutely flabbergasted. Just like, I think the boss has it. Uh, who are you? This, this guy has an odd accent. Like your brain wants to say German, but like not Germans that you've heard before.
Oh, so your boss got it? All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Like is your boss?
Let,
Is your? Oh, I'm talking too southern. It's just, I get into a mode of a. But anyway, so yeah, your boss is he? He's a pleasant kind of guy. Think he'd be reasonable. because I don't like hurting people. ...
But I will if I have to.
I'd like to slide in next to Arjun, and go, we're the backup team. We're here to make sure you're doing your job right. Basically trying to cover this a bit.
Okay, give me persuasion and manipulation, unless you have something more appropriate.
No, just that. Okay, hold on. Let's see, I'm just trying to use this persuasion and manipulation. One success.
Okay.
I don't know if
actually, I'll say.
Sorry,
I'll say that does push it over the edge. I was going to propose spending resource in order to get him 100% on board, but a success will get you there. Especially since weak spots interacts with this really weirdly. Because once per milestone, well, you're doing nothing but milestones. So, like, technically, you could just use that anytime you want, as long as it makes sense for David to do it. So in that case, I'll say that the complication that is secret doesn't apply, and yeah, he holsters his gun and he's like, I don't think the boss is be happy, but he's that way.
Is it just this guy in this room, or is there anybody else?
About to
yeah, okay.
Give me empathy plus cunning. Just the two of you, because it doesn't sound like Lynette's in the room.
Yeah, I did not.
And the target numbers or the difficulty is really easy here. So if you have, if you have a success, you're good. Yeah, there is definitely backup with him, and his backup, and he kind of expected his backup to do something. And
Backup
since his
is just as confused.
Yeah, since his backup's not doing anything, Arjun doesn't know this.
Yeah, Arjun's like, all right, and he turns around.
Yeah, David is certain there is probably just one person acting as backup in that room, and they've done nothing to help. So the gunman that you surprised is just sort of like, if I'm not getting any help, it's just like, sure, yeah, no, if the big guy, if they say that they're the backup and my the other team and my backup isn't doing anything, then sure.
Amazing.
Okay.
Was I able to hear this conversation? Because I didn't come into the room, but I'm kind of in the hallway.
Yeah, it's
just making sure I'm not gonna blow this story out the water by being like, who's this guy?
It's an incredibly solid story that we've laid out here.
Incredibly solid.
With no flaws and no plot holes.
Yeah,
none.
Absolutely. Yeah, so Arjun just kind of turns around, puts his back to him and walks out the door.
Fantastic.
Does
Uh,
David leave with me, or what does David do?
I think I'm gonna keep stalling these two. I'm hoping. And I'm like motioning behind my back, to for the other two to like, check out the other location. So, um,
I'll just kind of like say under my breath, well, I was just going to bend the door frame so they couldn't get out.
you can do that.
I just kind of like look at my muscles.
That's better than me just like gabbing with them for the next 10 minutes. So I'll kind of slowly back out of the hallway, or out of the doorway.
Yeah, I'll just close the door. Keep on keeping on. And yeah, I will like try and like just distort the door frame in such a way that it'll take a significant amount of effort for them to get out.
yeah. I'm not even gonna make you roll it.
Right.
Like that's athletics and might.
And
Like
I'm real good at that.
I'm not I'm not gonna have you roll that. And even if you somehow didn't pull that off, like that's a large amount of your gifts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like no, that just happens.
Mhm.
Yeah. So now you are fairly certain. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and grab. Damn it. You can't actually see through walls, but I don't really see a reason to keep that guy hidden anymore.
Sure.
Right.
And if I don't like make them visible, then I'll forget they exist.
Yep.
So yeah. Uh
So I guess we're gonna go talk to the boss.
Apparently.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
Do we
Yeah.
just clonk him on the head then instead?
the boss?
I mean, he has the thing we're looking for, right? So
I mean, maybe we can talk to him and convince him to give it to us.
I mean, those guys were a little slow, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, I mean they were.
I just think that we're getting a little lucky.
Better
But-
lucky than dead.
Yeah. All right, I'll follow your lead.
Well, we're the good guys here.
Are we? All right.
So yeah, you uh shove the doors open or sneak in depending on which way you want to go about it, and it's empty. But now that you're in here and a little bit closer, Lynette can feel that the stronger part of the telluric energy is coming from behind this wall.
Is there some way that there's like maybe some kind of hidden door or panel or a hole in the ground
Mhm.
or something? A vent?
Just
know.
seeing Scott.
I'm gonna hold a hand up to keep Arjun from like punching it yet another hole. Because let's not make that plan C. I'm David's gonna walk over and touch the wall. I think tremor sense. I can detect secret
Oh,
things,
right. Yeah.
or at least
Yeah.
I get enhancement with that. So I'm sure I still have to roll something. But
Yeah, sure. But I mean, that's a constant gift. You don't have to do anything to activate it other than like remember it exists. uh yeah. Um uh don't think Oh, actually, technology plus cunning.
All right.
I mean, otherwise it would be enigmas, but that you don't have any dots in that, so
I appreciate giving me more dots to roll. But yeah, it gains one enhancement to that, 2 successes to detect secret compartments and stuff.
yeah. It is very easy for you to go, okay, so boop. And I'm assuming that you push the button. And as soon as you do, you hear like weirdly accented chanting, just sort of like reverberating. And
Did you press the cult button?
Arjun,
There's a cult button. Well, it's a British museum. I'm
Apparently.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a.
Arjun looks slightly disappointed, but you know.
Yes, you damn it.
Oh, that's a cultist. See,
Yeah. Part of the reason why when D had said zealous like an hour ago,
Overzealous, yeah.
yeah,
You short circuited.
I'm like, yes, that is a good word. It's not just a good word because it's a good word. It's also a good word because they're fucking cultists.
Nice.
now you,
I had no idea.
So yeah, you hear like weirdly accented chanting as soon as the door starts to like slide, and then the chanting like stops, and then
hey, we're looking for a little wooden guy like round about this. You guys seen that thing?
that it's absolutely in this guy's hands.
Oh yeah, there it is, right there. All right, cool.
So that guy, I would like to try to. Oh man, I am bad at this thing that I have stuff for. This is great. I would like to use a power that I have called direct voice, which allows me to make an empathy action against a target within medium range using their resolve as difficulty to speak directly into the target's mind for the rest of the scene. And I will gain 2 enhancement to intrigue actions involving the target.
Yeah.
I am going to suggest empathy plus composure because I am trying to match this person's energy while talking to them in their mind.
Okay. Yeah. That.
All right. And I'm gonna boop. That's probably not enough successes to beat the difficulty.
No, but
So
you
so maybe I will roll some extra dice for momentum or plan points.
Way more plan points than we do momentum right now. So
not
Okay.
way more. You
More.
did spend 2 earlier,
No.
so it's 6 plan points. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, 6 plan points, 5 momentum.
Okay, so
Oh.
I'll spend from plan points. I'll spend 2 plan points. And see how that goes. That goes nowhere. All right.
Yeah.
So I fail to make a link. He probably recognizes that I tried to do something to him.
Yeah. With you being as close as you are now, you recognize that both the artifacts and him are giving off
Telluric energy.
telluric energy.
Okay, excellent.
Which, I mean, solved that problem. Only issue is that now you have a new problem, which is that probably gonna need to fight now.
Mm-hmm.
Although, given who else is with you, maybe it's not a problem. But okay. It does kind of sound like maybe it's time for some of that initiative action.
Yes.
All right.
Uh, well,
Oh, well.
okay. Um,
I think that's a 3 for me because I have hair trigger reflexes. And I
yes.
gain 1 enhancement.
Yeah, actually.
So is initiative based on different um, skills and attributes
It's
depending on the character?
it's the lowest of your dex plus empathy, or your cunning plus athletics.
Yeah, whichever one is lower.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Which is why I have 2 dice.
Also why I have 2 dice.
Yeah, they characters have specialties.
Yeah.
And specialization isn't always the best, but
Mm-mm.
okay. I was going to try and figure out how to secretly roll GM dice on Roll20, and then decided
It's not
Uh,
worth it.
No.
it's not. So instead, I'm gonna roll my gay dice.
All right.
Well, some of my gay dice, anyways. I had a lot of dice.
So many dice.
Yeah, each of these trays is
Nice.
and that's how you tell that I sometimes work for Chessex. Okay. Well, that's exciting.
Exciting, you say.
I do. No, that doesn't make them that much easier to see. Oh well. The little halo I gave him doesn't have mechanical meaning or anything like that. It was just a little bit difficult to uh, sort of read the character against the dark background.
Mhm.
I don't know that it helps that much, but it helps a little bit, I guess. Um, and it's gonna act first by drawing a gun and drawing a gun and pointing it at you and taking a step back. Because he's pretty sure that he should shoot you, but he doesn't
Sure.
know that he should shoot you. And he's a good goon, and good goons know that they shouldn't just blow people away unless the boss says so. And I rolled a lot of dice for the boss. All of you can go first.
All right.
The goon beat you badly,
Wow.
but that doesn't matter.
Mhm.
So you've got a gun pointed at you, and a Nazi wearing a Nazi occultist.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh man,
it
that's such a
yeah, it
relief.
takes
Yeah.
no effort to sort of like recognize that like there's some Third Reich medals going on or insignia on the cloak.
Well, that's a relief. You don't have to be polite to a Nazi.
Uh okay. Cool. Um who of us wants to go first? Is really how that question goes.
Yeah, I think like technically David goes first, but I don't think it actually matters. Well, it matters to you.
Yeah.
Well, he so the way that works is that we generate player slots. But anyone can go in that player slot.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. Monty, you are muted.
I do have a question.
Sure.
I have this gift. Queen takes the pawn. Momentary. Is that an actual action I take? Like,
Let me read it real quick.
I was thinking of, I'm basically going to keep the goon from shooting. Basically, tell
Yeah.
him he can't shoot.
Yes, you take that as an action.
Okay. In terms of the actual ability, is it something like vocal, or is it kind of just like a mental thing? I just wanted to get an idea.
You can. I mean, I feel like you can decide how it manifests for your character.
Okay. Okay. I think it's just literally David goes, "You are not going to shoot," and it's just like so deadly serious that, well, assuming I roll well, is the real kicker here. But so it's command and manipulation on my side versus integrity and composure target. So
Yeah, it would be, I guess, I don't know how you made the antagonists, Hiromi, but if you used antagonist stats, this is something that we kind of failed to take into account. But if they have a primary or secondary pool that's like resisting mental compulsion, then they would use that. Otherwise, they kind of default to their desperation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically how I ran it with the earlier goons, where I'm like, this, yeah, it was just
Yeah.
He's a Nazi
I
goon. He's
should
a goon.
have copied and pasted these.
Mental fortitude isn't his strong suit. I would say. I would think.
Okay, command and oh my gosh, I get 8 dice. Oh boy.
Nice.
All right. Well, let's see what happens. A lot of ones, but some successes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Roll 20. I need you to be less of a jerk. There we go.
That looks like a success to me.
Yeah, that. Yeah, he had a whole 2 dice, and no.
And so I see some
Okay.
stunts. Do I spend
Yeah.
successes on the stunts?
Yeah, so you have 3
Okay.
successes to spend. So you can spend them. Really, you can buy the It's Impossible, but you don't have enough to buy Wide Open.
Right. Specify a skill they must use or suffer a +3 complication. So in other words, instead of doing the gun, I tell them to do something else?
Yep.
Oh, interesting.
You can so to kind of like contextualize it within the scene, you can name kind of like a broad category of actions, and she's got to go do that.
Okay. I mean, do we just give him the run away?
I mean, yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be like, you can't attack. Like you can't take an attack action, and instead you have to use your athletics to get out of here as fast as possible.
I think that's literally what David says. It's like, you're not shooting that gun. You're outmatched. You better run.
Go clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
The bathroom. Amazing.
Okay. That's David's turn. Arjun and Lynette have slots that they can act in.
I'm gonna default to letting Arjun go first, and I will take up whatever is left over.
I'll turn to David like, you know what? I really do not like getting shot. So that was a prime move on your part. Now this guy on the other hand, I'm gonna just march up to that guy and put my hands on him.
All
I
right.
feel like this is a moment where you could be like, music makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Because like exciting fight music, I put my hands on him,
Yeah.
beat him up, or like romantic music, I put my hands on him. Now we're going to tango.
You know, you don't dance with Nazis.
No, but
As you were saying that, like for like the tango part, I had like the dirty dancing, you've had the time of your life, like lift.
You've had the time
Yes.
of your Reich.
Oh no.
And just like at the apex of the lift, just Arjun just dropping him on his face.
Yeah.
So good.
Perfect. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna head up to him and just basically get him in a chokehold.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me that close combat and
I'm going with might. Like
fun.
All right. Off to a good start.
Did it reroll those 10s automatically?
Oh no,
It doesn't look like it did.
I need to do that. That's why I got two
Okay.
tens. No, no joy.
Okay. Uh, so in a leading manner, I will say, do you have anything that will give you one enhancement?
One enhancement. Looking at the character sheet, let's see here. Nothing on. Let's see here.
Do you have something written in your gear section?
That's what I'm looking at. I'm yeah. Oh, it says I've got one enhancement for unarmed. So
Right,
yes.
Okay.
because we all have knuckle dusters
Yep.
for punching with.
Yeah. So I have one enhancement. So that's
Yeah,
great.
you've got them. And I'm assuming you're dealing damage because it's a Nazi, but I mean, you tell me.
Yeah. No, I'm choking him out.
All right. Uh, uh, yeah, he just sort of like tries to fend off Arjun's grip, and seems like if he wasn't facing an absolute slab of a man, it might have worked, but no.
I look over to Lynette and like, you want to get some shots in?
I will. I have a telluric ray gun because of course I do. I just really can't use this thing very well. I'm not sure even why I have it, but I do have it. And so I am going to attempt to shoot him with my telluric ray gun. And because he is kind of like being grappled at the moment, I am going to lobby for using my intellect to make this shot because I am trying to line it up precisely and not shoot my friend accidentally.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think for most characters doing that, I would say cunning, but like um Lynette kind of has multiple provisions for that kind of thing.
Right.
And the secret reason why she has it and low or no aim is because I realized that her build needed to change after art got drawn, and I'm like, okay, well, she keeps it.
Nice.
I'm like, this build isn't all right. Well,
Yeah, so cool. I'm gonna roll what I got. See what happens. Okay. That is 4 successes.
yeah, that is going to hit. And damn it. Oh, there. Uh, yeah, I just needed to double check the oh, sorry, it's not a wait, what the hell? Never mind. Doesn't matter. Uh uh it's brutal. There we go. That's what I was looking for. But I don't think you have. Yeah, you don't have extra successes to buy stunts, so I don't think that actually matters. But yeah, no, you
and this is, if it matters, a ray type, which means that unless he has armor, it that could deal with a ray type, it bypasses that.
That is a good point. Let me check real quick and see if his defense incorporates that. I think it might. You know what? I'm just gonna say it does because, well, one, it makes sense that he wouldn't have that he would rely on armor a bit for defense, and fucking no one has ray armor.
Right.
Yeah, in the span of like 5 seconds, this guy went from looking like a scary Nazi cult leader to looking real fucked up.
All right.
Still alive, very much angry, and is gonna get a chance to act right now. So we'll see how well that happens for him. I really should have copied and pasted all of his junk into one spot so I didn't have to scroll.
Kitty cat.
Can't use that. Can't use that. And let's see how that works.
One.
Arjun, what's your defense?
My defense,
this is gonna be classed as blunt.
okay. Let me roll my defense there.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll go ahead and do stamina. That seems to be the order of the day. Come on now. So that'll be a defensive 2. Wait, another 10? Yeah, it's 10. Hold on, let me roll that. Okay, so 3 defense.
All right. That is exactly what you needed, in fact. So he suddenly surges with strength, and you're not sure how he kind of got briefly extremely buff, but he tries to just sort of like lift Arjun up, just like basically like a shoulder press, and the uh altar, not altar, sort of stage with an altar that he's standing on kind of buckles a little bit because of the force that he's exerting, almost as if he was operating at a different scale. And it doesn't fucking matter.
I know. Whoa, whoa, we got a live one here. Okay, all right. Okay, come on now, buddy. Come on now, buddy. It's easier for you. If I choke you out, then you get shot with that ray gun again, all right? Let's not make a mess of this.
Anyone who's fluent in German hears creative swearing. Anyone who's not fluent in German, you still hear creative swearing. You just have less of an idea of what the content is.
He might as well be saying a recipe for cookies
in an angry German.
It all sounds equally equally harsh.
Yeah. Why I don't know why Roll20 is doing that to me. It's very dumb, but all right. So the goon's gonna try to not obey Queen Takes Pawn. It's gonna go real fucking poorly. Yeah, he needed a lot more successes than that.
Yes.
Yeah, he kind of like tries moving the gun into position, and like his brain is saying, no, don't do that. What are you doing? Don't. No, you that's a terrible idea. You don't want to do that. His muscles are trying to lift it up, and he just strains himself. Like his gun hand just like kind of just like from his muscles fighting against each other, he like actually like visibly injures himself. Because that's what Queen Takes Pawn does. It doesn't necessarily do it in that fashion, but let me double check to make sure that that's the only awful thing that happens to him. No. He strains his gun hand, and then just like, unless someone stops him, runs like tearfully out of the room in utter bafflement that like his muscles aren't doing what he wants. Does anyone stop him?
I'm a little busy.
Okay.
Just let him go.
Yeah.
He can live off the humiliation.
Okay. It is all of your slots.
I will continue to attempt to choke him out. Seeing as I have him in grapple. Why do I keep getting it wrong? So 3 successes.
Cool. That is what you need. He looks a little woozy. Yeah, he had a few cool things that if things had happened slightly differently, he could have used. But they didn't happen that way. So he just gets choked and zapped. Okay. Lynette and David, there are 2 more characters, player slots that you can use in whichever order you would like.
Lynette, do you want to put him out of his misery?
Yeah, let's try that. We'll do a roll here for zapping with the telluric gun again. No. But I fail to.
Okay.
Like dang battery must be out.
Momentum at least.
Yep, I wrote it down. All right. David.
Okay. I would like to knock this guy out. So I'm assuming close combat.
Mhm.
And what attribute would just be might?
Yeah, I mean, might or dex, but they're the same for you. And very relevant for you, you also have precise martial arts,
Right.
which I mean,
So
that ignores 2 points of armor, which is going to reduce his defense, which means that one success is actually enough. Yeah, no, you give him a bit of a mantis style, and he goes out. Uh, that's the end of his nonsense.
I feel him go slack. I just kind of drop him. All right.
Yeah, that artifact that you were originally looking for and is absolutely telluric. And I will semi-arbitrarily say belongs to the indigenous people of Aotearoa, also known by its western name of New Zealand. It you've got it.
Okay. I will. Now we need to leave, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do we just want to leave these guys?
I mean, we could tie them up and leave them here for the security to find.
Sounds like a plan.
So to sort of like uh make choices slightly easier, um when the goon here has another opportunity to act, uh he'll recognize that he's not hearing any more angry Germans swearing coming from behind him. And he doesn't have a lot of points in math, but he can do the math.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time that y'all take a look out here, you you can see that this bent door is still bent, and you do not see that goon anymore. He's like, okay, the boss is out. It's gonna take a minute for me to get back up from inside that room,
Mm-hmm.
and they just took out the fucking boss, who has magic cult bullshit. Unless you spend like actual effort chasing that guy down, he's gone. You do not have to fight him. And again, that door is pretty well jammed up. Like, um, you imagine that like human ingenuity and desperation being what they are, they can probably get out, but like they're not getting out in combat time.
Right.
You could go in there and time up if you wanted to, but you could also just not.
Yeah, I'll
Up to you.
I'll go up to it. I'll knock on it, like knock to like Right. So we took out your boss, man. So think about your life choices, I guess.
Think about your life choices.
Uh give me persuasion plus presence,
All right.
and that's at least a 2 enhancement.
Nice.
Like I'll say 3 enhancement
Okay.
because they probably did hear
Mm-hmm.
a loud German
All the
swearing
ruckus.
and then they also heard the pitter patter of feet getting the fuck out. So
All right. That's 5 successes.
Wow.
yeah, their defense isn't that high.
Mhm.
They're yeah, they are well and fully intimidated.
Right. So just sit tight in there. I'm sure the authorities will come. You know, flip on that guy with the robes. Tell him everything. And just throw yourselves on the mercy of the court. All right.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yes.
All right. Well, we're
Th-
going to be heading out. So if I ever see you again and you're up to no good, then well,
uh high or low?
higher. I'll go high.
As you're walking away, you hear the one that you talked to initially go, "What? Did you not pay the backup team? Why did they turn on us?" And then you hear another voice just start yelling at him, like, "What?" I think Lynette probably speaks German. And yeah, you hear like, "You idiot! They're not our backup."
You idiot.
uh, yeah. All right. Uh, well, 4 Nazis defeated.
Yep.
Cultural relics acquired. You doing anything else as you're exfiltrating?
Um, I'm going to Lynette is going to try to make sure that where Arjun did stuff like break glass or crumple doors, et cetera, that he does not leave an evidence trail. And mostly I'm looking for because this is the 30s. I don't even think fingerprinting has been invented yet. So, there are no scraps of clothing, there are no footprints, things like that.
Yeah. That is an excellent choice. Um,
Yeah, Arjun will just look at you doing that. Like, I'm pretty sure they have cleaning staff.
um,
I mean, I
I mean,
guess it's
I've talked to them. They were kind of overworked, so maybe doing a little cleanup after ourselves might be
all
good.
right. All right. No, I get it. I'm just saying. Hard days put in
They're the
good
ones who have to
time.
take care of this now, right?
yeah. If anyone else is trying to help out, I'm gonna say choices between science, survival, and humanities. I'm assuming that Lynette is going to go with humanities. uh,
Yes.
and basically, it's just sort of like uh, defeating forensic science, avoiding tracking skills, and then also using knowledge of human behavior to be like, what would people pay attention to that would make it possible to determine who we are?
Yeah.
I got 1 success on a survival roll.
What attribute should I use for that?
Probably cunning. Like this.
Okay.
This seems very much like a on your foot, on your
What?
feet type thing. Like,
What? Oh, that's so good.
I think y'all might be capped out on
So
momentum
many
if you want to spend
ones.
it.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Sure. I'll spend like 3 momentum to see if
Okay.
I can't turn that botch into something better.
Oh no.
Okay. Let's no, just
Compound the botch.
just confounding over here.
Sometimes it's just a jerk. Yeah, okay.
She's like going everything. She just dropped like a business card.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know like what awful thing I do to myself, but clearly I am leaving evidence instead of cleaning it up.
Okay. But together you got some successes. So I'm actually going to call that kind of a wash. So one of the reasons why that was a smart thing to do is, well, I mean, because evidence is evidence, and that's a thing. But also, cleaning up evidence is one way to reduce heat, which had gone up because of the smashy smash and
Mhm.
also the violence.
Mhm.
And failing stuff can increase heat, but I mean, you also succeeded. So, like, no, you're heat, no change to heat, and it's a milestone, which
Alright.
Yay.
is just flat out success. Which means mechanically, you've got one more, and then you're out. So,
All right.
how do you want to leave?
Can we just go through the window we came in through?
Probably. Let me put you back on that. Okay. Uh yeah. Give me one more roll to move through this thing stealthily. Because
Kitty,
while
do
they
not
haven't well, they don't seem to have noticed you, and they don't seem to have responded to anything. You do know that there are guards.
Okay.
They're just not, guarding very well.
Yeah. Well, they're not expecting people to break in through the back window.
Yeah.
Who would expect that ever?
Improprietous. Yeah, so athletics, cunning again. Sound good?
Yeah. Or larceny plus dexterity or cunning.
It doesn't matter for me. It's all terrible.
Okay. So you feel like you got you have a bad feeling, but you don't see anything immediate. But like as you are exiting, um uh Yohanatan is just like making a hurry up motion. And sort of like clicks a flashlight to off in the distance,
Mhm.
which is the prearranged signal for Bessie to haul ass.
All right.
Uh, and yeah, you're not entirely sure why Jonathan is quite so upset. I mean, you can make some assumptions from context,
Yeah.
but uh,
Yeah. All haul ass.
Yep.
uh, 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 I end up rolling this for you because you need you need an escape. Ugh. That is not as good as it should have been. uh it is, however, one success, and Bessie has a bunch of things that mean that complications to her piloting just don't matter. Which means that the escape car or the getaway car sort of like launches over a small fountain, lands, skids. As it's skidding, she's unlocking and popping open the doors on the opposite side, like she's like this. Uh she's a fucking professional. if if it's a vehicle, she's fine. She's fine with it. And it just the open doors just sort of slide right up to you, making it very easy to get in and out, or rather to get in and then have her continue on. And you just beat up a Nazi cultist and took a bunch of stuff that he was trying to steal and that the British Museum had already stolen, and you're gonna go put them where they rightfully belong. Uh, is there anything else folks want to do uh, as they drive off into the moonset?
I distribute high fives.
Yeah.
Everyone gets one.
Uh, cool. Then I think we're actually at our time slot.
Yeah, we're about done.
Which sweet.
Yeah.
So thank you for beating up Nazis and repatriating cultural artifacts.
Yeah.
Hope you all had fun, and that
Yeah.
hope our viewers did too, because it's adventure is adventuresome.
It's so good.
Yes.
So yeah, we've got a bunch more Trinity Continuum on the channel. Tomorrow we've got a Trinity Core game at 10:30, an Aether game at 2, an Aberrant game at 5, and then I will be running an Anima game at 8:30.
Nice.
And that should be all fun, good times, because Trinity is a great Uber setting.
Yes.
So yeah, so stay tuned, check it out. Not sure if there's anything going on that we can push to right now, but I had fun.
Yeah, and I also want to give
yeah.
folks a little opportunity to say stuff. D, who are you? Who have you been playing? And where can people find you to give you props and or money?
I am D. I've been playing Lynette, and you can find everything about me on my website, daniellelozon.com.
Awesome. And Monty, who are you? Who you've been playing? And how can people uh, give you props and or money?
I'm Monty Lin. I've been playing David Yip. I am still on the Hell site Twitter at Monty_Lin. I do have a website you can check out that just has like a list of credits at monty-lin.com. I do want to mention Uncanny Magazine is going to do a Kickstarter next month. And the reason I want to mention it is because a lot of the speculative fiction magazines are kind of struggling this year. Amazon changed their subscription system. So if you have a little bit of money and please back the Kickstarter, or read the magazine. You can find it on uncannymagazine.com and support science fiction, fantasy, horror, short stories that way. And that's it.
Yeah, I can I can vouch for Uncanny Magazine, which I realize sounds fishy since Monty and I obviously know each other, but I started reading Uncanny Magazine before I even knew that there was any connection there. I think I've been a subscriber for 4 or 5 years. It's good stuff. Also, I wanted to make sure to plug Tom Kartos, who made the maps that are gorgeous and awesome. Also, the tokens. The tokens are by Devin Knight, where I'll paste the link to his site so that Scott can paste it into the chat itself.
Sure thing.
And yeah, Devin Knight makes a bunch of really cool tokens. Tom Kardos obviously makes gorgeous maps. Half of the tokens, half of the player tokens were from Stampede of Justice. The one for Johannatan, I half made. I heavily photoshopped a 1940s comic. Johannatan used to have a beard and was Uncle Sam, and it was extremely white before.
Oh, no.
Now none of that's true. And the picture of Essie Coleman. I don't actually know who the artist is. They were someone in the Air Force, and the Air Force, being a government entity, does not have to credit their artists, and so they didn't. But that's also a thing. I'm Hito Mikoda. I'm kind of on Twitter so far. Lately, I'm just answering what the best green or black lipstick is, which is something that I am qualified to answer.
Yeah, I mean, that's you in a nutshell.
I also have my website, hitomikoda.com, which also is just a bunch of credits and no actual way to give me money for that. Not that I'm ready to take commissions for anything. And Scott, I know that you already plugged stuff, but you should also have an opportunity to plug yourself personally.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm Scott Cuban. I've been playing Arjun Kelly. And yes, this is my channel. Simulacra TV is my Twitch channel. It's also my YouTube channel, where I do a bunch of actual plays, mostly Trinity Continuum. You can find me on Twitter at Simulacra RPGs. Always willing to chat with people. And if you really want to support me / give me money, patreon.com/Simulacra Studios is the place to do so, where you can get access to our private Discord, where you can chat with me and all past and present players, and get early access to casting calls if you want to play in one of my games. But yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Yeah.
And this Monday will be the next episode of Trinity Continuum Adventure: The Undesirables, which is just full of Nazi punching. So if you like the Nazi punching in this, there's more of that.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Now I guess we're gonna go raid somebody.
Yeah, I don't know who we're. I'll figure that out. We'll raid in a second. But yeah, night, guys.
Have a good night.
Mm.